I forgot to tell you that one of those basic shapes is the one. The perfect shape that you can resort to whenever you find yourself in a pickle. It's eternally strong and doesn't require any reinforcement. It has a natural tendency to securely surround and keep territory. It's a goddamn plasma cutter of a shape when you're attacking, but very adaptable for defense as well. Whenever your opponent strikes with this shape watching your back, you can easily make not even 2, but 3 or 4 eyes if necessary. Many of you realize by now that I'm taking you for a ride here to the world of pure, magical bamboozlement. Such a shape simply can't exist. There are many excellent shapes, some of them you will see in this course, some in future courses, but there's no single shape to fix it all. Naturally, each one of the basic 2-stone shapes has some shortcomings. Nothing is perfect. And in order to fix those shortcomings, we could add some more stones and make shape upgrades. And now, even though that perfect shape that I described for you in the beginning was a hoax, the shape that we're going to look at in this lesson comes pretty close. It's a multi-purpose heavy lifter of a shape that looks like this. We call it the tiger's mouth, and it looks very simple and modest. When you see it, you're not even remotely intimidated? No? Well, you better be. I'm going to show you a few examples where this shape can be used beautifully. This is another 3-3 invasion variation that was really popular a few years ago, but now it's become almost obsolete because of AI. White blocks, white extends. Now after this, black extends, white pushes once again. And now white wants to get more space in the corner, so white plays here. Black blocks, and white saves the stone. The white corner is alive, and the black shape has a couple of cutting points. This one seems to be especially annoying, so black wants to fix it right away. The only question is, how? Black could of course simply connect like this, but this shape looks a little bit too boring. It doesn't do anything else but a simple connection. So the best solution in such situations is playing a tiger's mouth like this. This makes the shape more flexible, more three-dimensional. If white ever decides to attack black, it's going to be a lot easier for black to make 2 eyes here. And here's one more situation where this shape can be very useful. This variation is going to be a little bit more advanced, but there's no need to memorize it now. Just watch and try to understand. Black approaches the corner, white responds, black jumps. White invades, black covers, and white plays here. So black is all connected, white pushes, and the knight's move. We've seen this before. White is now safe, and all of black's bottom territory is gone. But black has the outside wall, with 2 cutting points. And you can probably guess which shape black is going to choose to defend. It's not going to be a connection. Black will play a tiger's mouth. This way, the black shape is strong and ready for a fight. And one more example. This next Weiqi variation is quite advanced, but don't panic. There's only one simple question that I'm going to ask you at the end. So, white just played the knight's move here to press down the black stones. But black has some help, so black decides to push and cut. White plays Atari. Black extends. And now a question. How should white fix the shape? I hope that after seeing the first 2 examples, this one wasn't really too hard. White is not going to connect like this. White will play a tiger's mouth, which protects and also hurts the black stone. And the simple way to finish this variation could be that black takes this white stone by playing somewhere here, and white takes this black stone. I think you're starting to see the idea, that in most cases, a good shape is not played in isolation on an empty board. In fact, if you make this beautiful shape for no reason, it would look weird. Just think about this. This shape is actually 2 diagonal moves. It's very slow, it doesn't make any territory. And we just spent 3 moves to make it. Was it worth it? Probably not. But when black and white stones are in conflict and we need to make a connection, this shape often comes real handy. For example, white approaches, black kicks, and if white doesn't respond now, with the next move, black can play here. It's the same exact shape, but here it makes a lot more sense, because not only does black control all of the corner and part of the side, but also black is hurting the white stone. Now, let me show you one final example of this. Take a look at this. I don't know how many times white played elsewhere here, but white finds himself completely surrounded here. And now it's up to you to find the magical move that will save the white stones. If I had asked you this question at the very beginning of the course, it could have been difficult, but at the end of this lesson, you probably know the answer. This is the only move that saves the white stones. And I encourage you to experiment and figure out why the rest of the moves in this corner would fail. By the way, you can also watch these lessons on our platform, gomagic.org. Except there, you'll watch them with interactive quizzes right within the lessons and practical exercises right after them. And if you enjoy watching these Go videos and you don't want to miss others like this one, go smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and this is Go Magic.